if I can even say exactly that this was the result of the last election, I'll be surprised. Because months after, even when the matter was already in court, the matters were in court already. INEC was still up there.
So, and that amounts to electoral malpractice too.
Yeah, sure, of course. And then you begin to ask yourself some questions. I mean, are we really jinxed? Are we really cost or something as a nation? How come that other countries are getting it right? Look at Ghana the other day. Within 48 hours, the result was there was no controversy. Are you getting me? Where are they getting those machines and equipment that had facilitated and aided transparent elections in some of these clients, some of that clients that we cannot afford? So it is not about our not willing to promote as the people or to flow with government. It's because there is leadership deficit, there is trust deficit, and everybody is like, let's wait and see. So government must take steps to ensure that we have electoral reforms, and also remove their hands from manipulating the electoral process. That's the only way. I'm not saying it's only the government party that is doing that. No, other political parties. In fact, when you talk of rigging and all that, it appears every other party was to rig. would love to leave. They're all into it. But what I'm saying is that governments of the day that have the institutions of state, that are in a position, they have everything, they have the police, they have everything with them, should, for the sake of the growth of this country, should, for the sake of our children, should, for the sake of the name of this country and the image of this country, take positive steps, even at their own, even if it endangers their own political careers, political future, provided this country take reforms. And after the reforms, they must make sure that those reforms are allowed to see the light of the day in practical terms.
All right. Some Nigerians have complained about, while we're growing up, one of the things that every government student will not forget easily is what we call separation of power. The executive, the judiciary, and the legislature doing their thing. But these days, I don't know. A lot of people have come out to complain about interference and all of that. What is your perspective as it has to do with real separation of power in Nigeria's democracy?
Well, the truth is that there is actually no separation of power in Nigerian democracy. When you talk of Nigerian democracy, no, there's not.
Right from the beginning?
Today. Okay. Talk about today, there's no separation of power. They just didn't cause all the shots.
But we had it immediately after
it has been on and off. It has been on and off. Because even in 1999, when the political dispensation, I mean, the civilian government came on board, of course, we had cases where the executives were not on the same page with the legislature. Both national and in some states. You had governors who had a face-off with their legislators. We had the president of, at least Obasanjo's time, we had the likes of, I think the last time we had what you can really talk about, separation of power, was give it to Obasanjo's government. Even though they apparently tried to bully the legislature, but the legislature was able to stand their ground to some extent. At least I know about the Dr. Kadimbo and the NABA time and all that. I can't remember that period. Then, of course, during Jonathan's time, there was not much interference in the legislature. There was not much interference in the legislature. But somehow the legislature went into sleep. somehow. Either because
which
there's no reason to be criminals about the executive policies. I think they work together. But we are not seeing the kind of issues where the legislature will be going with cap in hands, to the executive to beg, or almost like saying, please, whatever you want, that is what we want. Whatever is what we want. We didn't see that kind of situation then. Are you getting me? We didn't see it in Obasanjo's time. We didn't see it in Jonathan's time. But like I said, it was neither here nor there. The executive was not interfering. There was a quality working relationship. Whichever way they did it, I don't know. I don't know what to understand. In Buhari's time, you'll be surprised to know that Buhari, who was actually, who we were made to believe was not a Democrat, was actually a Democrat. In his policies, he was a Democrat. Because he never interfered anywhere.
With the
legislation
and the judiciary.
While he went, no, he actually took some ugly steps when he had to do with the judiciary.
The legislature.
So the legislature, because we had the other end, we had, I think we had Tambuwal, so we had Tambuwal. What I'm trying to say is, if Buhari was out to interfere and intervene during that dispensation, it would have been impossible for individuals not supported by their political party, the government party, to win the presidency of the Senate and the deputy Senate president. Because they were not the cast of the party. They won. And that was a clear signal that the man was, the president was aloof. Are you getting me? And throughout the period, we were not having skirmishes in other political parties. We were not having it. Are you getting me? Today, politicians have been down the street now trading punches. Today, somebody is talking for this party. Tomorrow, another person is talking for another party. The same person is talking here today. He says one thing today. Tomorrow, he says another thing. Another thing next tomorrow. It's a chaotic thing. So, and then the judiciary, like I said, is working with what they can get, what they see. Are you getting me? But one thing I will advocate actually, which I think government should take steps to do, is government
I think the judiciary, as it is, even though they are trying their best, they are also part of the arms of the government. But we were saying something about the legislature and the
yes,
executive.
what I'm saying in essence is the only way we can get it right, and the present government, Mr. President, is a professed Democrat. Right from the time we were growing up, I've always known him to be a fighter for democracy. He led so many protests in defense of democracy. He confronted the military and beyond the survival of his political party, and beyond the survival of his political party, he has a very beautiful chance to lay a good foundation for our democracy. He has the ingredients, he has all the things with him. Anyone that is not doing it because he doesn't want to do them, because he's with him. Anyone that is not doing it because he doesn't want to do them, because he doesn't want to do them. Most of the things, regrettably, most of the things that he canvassed for, while out of government, now that he's in government, those things, those areas appear to have taken the backbone, So let him go for a clear-cut separation of power. He's not losing anything. He's not losing anything. He's already our president. He's already making his mark here and there. Hate him, love him. That's none of his. It's not his business. It's his business because he's our president. He's our president. So what I'm saying is, he's already a president of this country. He's already in the annals of our history that he's a president. So even if he leaves tomorrow, he will be at any time he will refer to as our president, our former president, or whatever. I don't know what that. You can't take it away from him. So at the expense of 2027 ticket or presidency, I think he should come out clear and establish this country, because he has the opportunity to do that. I think he has the capacity to do that. Establish this country. Let the